and wonderful place we saw at the opening of the video and see how some of the other half lives on Cat Mountain. I've been calling this place Cat Mountain, but it's really called Pet Pride. Nancy, tell me a little bit about this. How does it work?
Well, we're basically an adoption agency for cats. We take in people's pets that they can no longer keep and hopefully get them placed into loving new homes. If not, we do provide a home for life right here. We introduce them very slowly. We cage them for the first few days. They're then released into a common area with new cats, much fewer than what you see in here. Mm-hmm. And that kind of lets them get acclimated to all of the new things slowly. And at the end of it usually takes about a month, then we move them over into this area. We also spay or neuter if that is necessary. We give them their shots. And this is where they all end up, and they have just the full roam of the whole place.
And to think that it took me 8 weeks to get 2 cats used to each other, and you only take 4 weeks, and you have 240 or something here. Maybe
Yeah.
I was a little overcautious.
Well, sometimes that's true. Sometimes, and then you're dealing with territorial behavior.
Yeah.
We don't have that here, just due to sheer number, I think. They just don't behave that way.
It's just amazing that they get along as well as they do. What do you do about the kittens?
They have their own little kitten house, and they stay in there until around 6 months. If they're still with us, we spay or neuter, give them a name, and then they're placed in here with the other cats.
Are they more easily adoptable? You find
Yes, I think that they are, but we still placed over 500 cats from Pet Pride last year into new homes.
God bless you. Are there any other places like this anywhere?
Oh, there's places like this throughout the United States,
Really?
and more needed all the time. There just doesn't seem to be enough to handle all of them.
Absolutely. Get busy and open one in your city, for God's sake. I'm going to have to decide which one I'm going to adopt. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get out of here
It's
without...
hard to choose.
It's terrible. Listen, thank you so much for
You're
this.
very
Thank you for
welcome.
letting us come by. This is a real wonderful part of this video we're making. As you know, cats can do some pretty strange stuff, but I want to ask David about a few things all cats do, because I think you'll find the answers pretty interesting. David, why do cats like to rub up against things like table legs and people legs?
Well, you must understand that cats have scent glands on their temples and in the gapes of their mouths and at the roots of their tails. And when a cat rubs up against you, besides being affectionate, they're marking you with their scent.
I see. So, in fact, they're claiming you as their territory.
In a sense, yes.
Now, why do they arch their backs like this when they're confronted by a dog or something threatening?
You do that very well.
I've had a lot of experience.
If a cat feels threatened, they'll do that to make themselves appear larger and a more imposing threat.
Did it work when I did it?
Well, I was certainly put on notice.
Good. All right, now then, why is it they have a history of getting stuck up in trees?
Oh, because of the way their claws are shaped. Cats are excellent climbers. However, the angle of the claw works against them on the way down.
Yes, unless they learn how to come down rump first,
Right.
which I've seen some learn to do. Now, speaking of claws, what are your feelings about people who have their cats declawed?
Well, certainly cats depend on their claws a great deal, and you should never have a cat that is allowed outdoors to be declawed. However, with an indoor cat, if it's a choice between removing the claws or getting rid of the cat, declawing may be the lesser of two evils.
Very good point. Well, David, we're beginning to run out of time here, so I'd like to turn to our last subject, and that is what cats can mean to people. A cat's companionship is a very special thing. You may not know it, but statistics prove that pet owners, on the average, live longer than non-pet owners. There's a calming effect when stroking a dog or a cat that, I'm told, actually helps lower blood pressure levels. Not only that, but in recent years, various groups have used cats for programs to help autistic children relate better to society, and even in prisons to help inmates with the rehabilitation process. Seniors are another group that seem to respond well to cats because cats can help alleviate some of the loneliness that can be a part of old age. To illustrate a little of what we're talking about, we visited a senior citizens' home with a few kittens who were given to us by the Amanda Foundation. Some programs with seniors actually place cats with owners, but our only objective was to spread a little happiness. You know, when I'm away from home, who I think of is my cat Buster. That's who I miss the most. I miss my cat Buster and wonder how he's doing. Milton.
Yes, dear.
I think you've hypnotized this kitten.
I sure have. She's a great kitten, too.
Yes, she is. Oh, just adorable.
She's adorable.
You just love them all, don't you?
I do, yes, I do.
You had cats at home?
I have cats and dogs, and I love animals. And I love people.
Yes, I know you do, Milton. And I'm sure people love you.
Thank you very much.
Well, we certainly had a great time at the home. I can't tell you how good it felt watching those people with those kittens. And David, you've been a terrific expert, advisor, and friend. We couldn't have done this without you, and I want to thank you for all your help and for the dedication that you bring to your work.
It's been a pleasure, and I've really enjoyed myself, and I think you've done a marvelous job in presenting this video.
Well, thank you. You know we're going to be doing another one about dogs. I'd love you to be a part of it.
I'd be absolutely delighted.
Then it's a deal. Well, I have to do the closing. This has been a wonderful experience for me. We've attempted to cover as much as we could in the time allowed. There's just so much to learn about these fascinating creatures. I hope what we've presented we've done in an informative and entertaining way. I want to thank all the people who've helped out along the way, all the various organizations involved, without whose cooperation we couldn't have done the job we did. Many of you people out there probably know me from the Golden Girls. I happen to be one of the luckiest people in the world because I love my work and I dearly love the people I work with. But it is a time-consuming job, so when I get home from work, I'm usually beat. But then one of my cats, Buster or Jasmine or Celestine, will come up to me and rub up against my leg and do laugh, and I realize that these guys are always there for me. They show me unconditional love, and it makes me aware of how important it is to be a responsible and caring person to them. I hope this video will help you to feel and act the same way with your cats. I thank you for caring enough to watch, and I wish both you and your cat a wonderful life together. You both deserve it. Take care.